Geezer Gang.
So it's lit. We're here.
We're
Episode
live.
2.
2 of 2.
Two of
Season
two.
2, episode 2. S2E2. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, man. And we got Lost Boy Eddz.
Gang,
Gang, gang.
gang. You know,
Gang,
He
gang.
found his way here.
respect
Yeah, it's a
for
bit of a
having me.
story.
It's good. It's been a trip, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a bit of an epic one.
As you can see, we're not in the usual space. Technical difficulties, interfaces facing outwards.
But we're here.
But we're here.
We're here. We made
Still
it.
here.
We made
Yeah,
it.
we're
No
live.
ways, man.
Can't
We made
keep
it.
good lads down.
Can't give you. I hear that. I hear that.
You know what I mean?
I hear that.
But yeah, man. Like, without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously,
Yeah.
first we'll do a little warm up, and then we'll have a little chat about yourself and get to understand your journey to where you are now. But the warm up it's for you and James,
Okay.
just to sort of test out your brain and see what your word skills are like. So what I've got, because you're both into your fashion and you've got a good understanding of brands and that.
Yeah.
I got 5 brands. I've jumbled the names up
Okay.
into different
Here we go.
phrases. So what you're gonna have to do is try and find out what it is, what the actual brand is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
What,
So
so
you can work
it's like-
together. You can work together if you want.
So it's not one word.
It might be, or it might be a couple of things. It might not make sense, or it might. I'll give you the first one, yeah? We'll start off easy. Let's see.
What's that miscellaneous piece of paper?
This is the answer.
I can see still, so I'm gonna look
You won't,
this way.
this won't even tell you anything, so it's all right.
Oh,
actually.
see.
So the first one is presume. What presume?
Wait.
Yeah.
No messing about.
Come
Straight
on.
to the point. He grasped
Come
that.
on.
He grasped that straight away. And he got
So
it.
what are you saying? It's
So presume is a brand mixed up.
anagram.
It's an anagram.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the correct word. Yeah, I
Okay.
can't believe I haven't used the word yet. It's an anagram.
Yeah.
And Eddz is just.
Well, you say Supreme.
He's dragged
Yeah.
you like into the
Yeah, I
lead.
saw
there.
it. I saw it on the
that's number
paper.
one.
That's why I
Yeah,
don't
that's
wanna
cool.
say it, but-
The second one is berry rub.
Burberry.
So berry. Yeah. Oh!
Sick.
I started off a bit easier. 2 and 2.
Oh, I'll try not
The
to
third one is island tones.
Stony.
Yes. Staten Island. Yeah. Well done. 3 for 3. All right. This one is a little bit harder, I think.
Yeah.
Feather notch. Do you want to see how it's right?
Yeah.
Before there.
Feather notch.
Yeah.
Oh, North Face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well
Yeah.
done.
It's a pretty lit.
All right,
still.
and the next one, the phrase don't make sense. Not that the last one did either. So it's halal, rep, run. It's like halal meat, rep, run.
Halal rep.
Free. Ah.
Halal rep run.
Yeah, what's that one?
Run.
At the end.
Halal rep run.
Yeah.
Halal.
What is that
So
word?
is it a free word?
No,
No.
no, that's like split into 3, so it's
Okay.
it's
okay,
not necessarily
mad.
3 words.
Mad. Okay.
It's number
What-
5
what
out
are
of
you
5.
thinking?
I have
5
no-
difficulty.
Fine. Can we?
What
We'll
you-
have one clue, and if not, we call a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right then. One clue. I'm gonna say horses.
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, there we go.
Say no more.
Well done, lads.
Say
you
no
ready?
more.
You ready for
That
a
was a good game,
conversation?
though.
It's all right.
That's
Yeah.
It's all
hard
right. You did
still.
5 out of
Yeah.
5 top marks from
Come
the
on.
boys.
You know that could be a shout, even if it's just with like
You
anything.
can change it up. Whatever, whatever,
Could be,
whatever.
could be with
you know.
sports teams.
Yeah.
Could be with musicians.
Facts.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Alcohol.
Cherry B. Don't know what one would be for that, but
Well, I'm sure
we'll
you'll
get,
find-
I'll get on the generator.
I'm sure
I'll
you'll
get on the
find something.
generator again tonight.
Come
I'll
on.
get one for Cherry B.
Any artist want a new name? Ask Wiz because he's the name generator.
I'm the Jumbler. They call me the Jumbler. I sound like an X-Man.
Jumbler. So yeah, happy to have you here, Eddz.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We go back probably like a few years from when you first came to the studio with the MANDEM.
Yeah.
0115.
Yes, but we want to know a bit more about your come up. Obviously, we saw your tweet saying how you're working at Mackey's for chump change.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've done a lot since then, events and stuff like that. So, what was the first sort of creative or like business type of thing that you came out
Branding.
with? Branding.
You know what it was? Back in college, so obviously man just finished our GCSEs. I started new college, new friends, blah blah blah. There was no real like parties, so we were like, and we were seeing like university students go to like freshers events, and like it was all over like Facebook, fucking newspapers, everything in it. So we were like, you know what? Let's do a college freshers, and that was like the first thing that we did. Like I did, helped do that, and then we did that like yearly until we finished college, and that was pretty sick. And that was like the first time it's ever been done in Notts. So
Sick.
we were just like trying to like play about with like different stuffs, like so like we'd get our friends down to perform, like just try like include everyone around us to be like involved. That's what that's the first.
So you paved the way with that then.
Yeah,
you were the first guys to be doing that in the city. That's good luck, man.
It was a mad one.
So so the transition from that, so obviously starting the events and stuff. How did that sort of? Were you already friends with like Solly and the rest of them guys? Or, like, how did you get involved with the music from that?
So I met first of all I met Blacko and Fez. Fez was the like my closest friend. He was the second manager of 015.
Yeah.
And I met him and Blacko, and Blacko, like he hadn't even done music before we went to college, so he stepped into the booth. He was like, "Yo, lay down some bars."
First time?
Yeah, first time, and we were like, "Yo, he's hard."
Yeah.
So obviously took him to an actual recording studio, not the college one, and then from there, like we recorded 015, Wavy, like all the tunes that are already out were like pre-recorded from time back. Like he just had that catalogue of music there, and then we were just like, yeah, you know what, like let's make something. And then actually I was with YJ. YJ came up with the idea of 015 Mob, so he was like, yo, me and Eddz, me and him were doing like radio shows. Blacko and Fez were just in studio, came together and we were like, yo, let's do it. And then Solly was kind of like the younger, so like we were like, yeah, let's get Solly through, like let's get someone for the younger youth, and he just smashed it with his first thing, and like from there that's where it carried on, and we just started building, and more as we went on, more people came involved. Like it was hard still.
Sick. So how come you never thought to rap yourself? Like, is it just you never thought?
You know what?
That face looks like there's some tunes on the hard drive. There's a couple of tunes on the hard drive.
The ad-lib's coming through.
You know what? I think basically because the reason why I managed was because I couldn't rap, if you know what I mean. So I was like, you know what? I can't actually do this. So let me try like help someone else who can. Do you get me? And then later on, like Blacko started teaching me like techniques here and there, and like obviously you pick up stuff while you're in the studio, and like you just start to learn more. So like I never rule it out, but like not at the moment still.
So in terms of that, when you guys are in the studio, what is the kind of role that you play? Do you just sit back and allow it to happen, and then whatever comes out of that, that's when you make the moves? Or are you kind of saying, try this, or this kind of beat I think would suit you?
Yeah.
Like what's your role in that position?
Well, like we used to do produce, like Ken Sampson used to produce all of our stuff, and like when we were in the studio with him, it would literally be everyone in the room. So me, Fez, Blacko, and the rest of the gang. Like everyone would put an input. So like even with making the beat, like Fez could have chose like whatever the melody was, or do you get what I mean? Like it's all that type of stuff. Like we share all the roles, so we don't really think like just because like someone's a manager they shouldn't be like helping like make this tune, or if someone's on a tune they shouldn't be helping with the promo and that. Do you get me? Like it's a whole team effort still.
I do remember that actually. Like from when we had a session over in Nottingham, and obviously you came to Derby. I do remember like everyone sort of chucking in their ideas and stuff, which I liked about how you guys worked. But what's the sort of is everyone just sort of doing their own thing now, or is it still something that's gonna?
You know what it is? We've got like everyone's obviously growing up now, and like when we did that was like 3 years ago, innit? So we like at that time of our lives, like a lot of stuff's happened, a lot of stuff's changed, but like we still got like bodies of like we got EPs there ready to go. Like it's just whether like when everyone's ready to release it, and everyone's ready like in their own time, like we'll I think it'll start coming out and that. But like at the moment everyone's just focusing on themselves so they can get to that state.
I hear that. So from what I know from an outside point of view is from after 015 you kind of went towards like the sort of fashion sort of side of direction and stuff like that. So briefly, obviously we'll get into it in a bit, but briefly, how did that sort of come around? Like, or have you always been into that sort of stuff?
You know what? It's because obviously 015, like the thing that made us different in Nuts was because like we were like a wavy group, like we were in like into like all the basement or like everything, like we were into all of that already. So like after 015 I was like, you know what, like Hood Lab, we did a few photo shoots for Hood Lab with 015, and I just hit them up like, yo, do you need anyone to do like your music or influencer side? And they were like, yeah, we'll actually have you on board. So they took me out to Paris, and that was like the first time I actually got to see what like the whole fashion thing was, and like I was a mad eye opener. Car, I could see like all the opportunities man could have instead of like not instead of music, but like to go along with like I wanted to just fuse the fashion and music together, kind of. Like,
it's all one scene, isn't it? In
Yeah.
a way, like there's a lot of crossover in a lot of different areas, and I think with any one of those, you know, whether it's fashion or music or art or whatever it is, it's allowing you to open doors to have conversations with people that you might not normally have them with.
A lot of the people like I know like in the music industry have came because of fashion, not because of music, which is kind of mad. But like I think that helps me set up, because so now I'm doing the fashion. It means that now I've got the contacts for the music. I can go back to 015 and be like, yo, like man, I'm ready to go. Blah blah blah. Do you get me?
Sick.
Yeah.
So that was 2017. Was that when you first went to the fashion week?
Yeah, 2017 January.
Yeah. So obviously you met a lot of contacts through that. So is that how you sort of got into the kind of things you're into now, like obviously with designing and stuff like?
Yeah.
So with Lost Boys and stuff like that, obviously you're working on merch. Is that the first sort of thing you've physically hands-on designed?
Well, no, not really. So basically after like at Hood Lab I had like more of like I was just like an intern kind of. I was just doing the bits and bobs here and there, and then Unknown approached me and they were like, yo, we need someone to join our team to take it to like the next step kind of. So when I joined there, we got into designing session, and like that was the first piece of like proper designing that I did, the ESPN collection, and from there that's where like I learned all my designing skills. So with Lost Boys, it was kind of like Hood Lab was like the learning place. Like Unknown is where like I actually did it, and now it's time for like Lost Boys to like be my own thing. Do you get me? That's how I kind of see it.
Okay. So with Unknown, obviously that's like they're doing really well. Like they sort of they work with a lot of influencers, and in London right now they're making a lot of noise doing events, things like that. But there's a lot of people that are in positions where they've either finished uni or they don't really know what they want to do, and they want to work with brands and stuff like that. Like, how would you sort of advise them to get involved?
You know what? Like, I think like the exact same way that I did with like I got into the thing like with Hood Lab, I literally just sent them a proposal. I was like, yo, like I've seen that you don't have a music side to the business. Like this is what it can do for you. This is what I can do for you. And like from there, like you need to offer them something, because like if you don't have anything to offer them, why should they take you? Do you get me? If you go to them like with a piece of work or a body or something, and like be like, yo, this is what I've got, I want to share with you, or blah blah blah. Like I think that's the best way, instead of like going empty-handed. Like if you go knowing that this is exactly what I want to do, like it's easier for a company to say yeah or not. Do you know what I mean? So like a lot of the people who have approached me, I'll be like, yeah, that's sick, but like what do you really want to do? Like we've got spaces, but where do you work, and do you get me? So as long as like you're clear on exactly what you do, then like, I think it's easy to get into the right brands.
Sick.
And it's something that from what you've said there, it's something that they're not already focusing their attentions on, or they're not aware of like the impact that it could have. So if you're bringing something new to the table,
exactly,
it's all the more appealing to them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I hear that. So have you got like with your have you got like a role that you actually have, or is it just sort of like freelance?
So I'm the brand manager there, so like I'm in charge of like the events and making sure like the social media and the influencers are all in check and all running together. So let's say we'll start on a collection, and from the start I'll be like, yeah, so this is where we're gonna do a pop-up, this is how we're gonna do it, blah blah blah. And then Joe and Callum will be like, yeah, this like they'll like make sure that it happens, if you get what I mean. So like I'll bring the ideas and they'll like actually make sure that it happens.
So you're the thoughts behind.
So yeah, it's a collective thing, us three, but like it depends on each collection. So like the upcoming collections, they've had a lot of like more influence on than I have, because I've been working on the Lost Boys stuff. So like you'll see a lot of like different shifts in like the type of garments that I made and so forth.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. So how do you work in terms of like coming up with your concepts, designs? Like, is it just sporadic, or do you sit down with like a couple of people and?
But you know what? Like, I could be literally like, I always keep my laptop with me, like everywhere I go, in it. So like, even on a train, like if I've got an idea, I'll literally whip up my laptop and just bang it out, because I feel like if I just let that idea go, then like that's just
It's gone.
it's gone. Do you get me? Like I can't make that again. So like, a lot of the time it's just bare sporadic. Like it could be like at the middle of the night. Like just completely depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Sick.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we've tried to implement in some of our music and stuff like that. Like we were saying with songwriting and stuff, idea come to your head.
Capture that moment.
Like as soon as it comes into your head, get it down, and then you can come back to it in a day,
exactly.
a year.
Even
like,
if it's just the skeleton of
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that-
You can build it up, flesh it out.
A lot of the
and you've got a full
ideas,
idea.
a lot of the ideas that I have, like they like the final product is nowhere near the same as the idea I had, but it's still like, because I wrote down the idea, it's like evolved.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah,
So like, I think that's very important in the design process as well.
sick.
It's just something to look back at, isn't it? And
Definitely.
either see, okay, yeah, I am exactly here, or I'm not. I've gone from this idea and gone over here, but over here is still a space that I'm happy to be in.
Exactly.
Sick. So, sort of, this brings us to like early 2018.
Yeah.
So February 2018, I saw you did a mini tour.
Getting about.
You're getting about. Where was it? I can't remember where it was. Obviously, you went back to Fashion Week,
Yeah.
and then was it with Dom
Yeah.
DJ doing sets and shit?
Oh yeah. The first Lost Boys one.
I think it
you're
must have
talking
been.
about. Yeah. So we did. So basically, we planned events in Tokyo, and we did. I think it was Nottingham and Birmingham as well, and London. So we did 3 shows in the UK.
Right.
London, Birmingham, and Nottingham. I think that's the
Was it the Unknown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
we performed at the Nottingham with Octavian.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the one. That was the
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Still.
yeah.
That was pretty sick. Still, I wasn't.
You was
able
at the
to-
London one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make the thing.
But the Nottingham one still went off.
Yeah. Shout out 411.
Yeah,
by the way.
serious.
Shout out them. You know what it is. They've got the next thing on April the 12th. So
Yeah.
shout out them.
They're doing bits for events in Notts though.
Facts. Like there's actually finally a company that actually does like the stuff like the music we like in it. A lot of the time it's just like completely different music, and like they've actually done it.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a
you
gap
know what
in the
I mean?
market, man, and
Facts.
there's a gap for it in Derby too. Like,
Yeah.
It
And
gives you
that's-
something to look forward to, doesn't it?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
to be creative, you know,
Yeah.
the themes that they come up with, they allow you to
Yeah.
actually go out and have an idea of, okay, this is, if you don't want to go that far, you don't have
Exactly.
to, but if you want to and you want to put some thought into what you're wearing and the vibe that you're trying to capture,
Yeah.
then that's the perfect platform to do it.
I think
And it's good to see other people who are on that same wavelength
Yeah.
and are looking for that same thing. It creates a good environment, doesn't it?
for real.
I think it's kind of like they made a community now. Like
Yeah.
there's like a little community there where like kind of like similar to the bass one that in Nottingham. Like there's now like a trap type of community where like street where everything is just
Yeah.
like going on and everyone knows each other and like
Yeah.
supporting each other, which is a sick thing. So it's rated still.
But that's what I like about them guys. Like they have themes to their events too, which is something a bit out of the box. It's not just turn up. Obviously, that would still be lit, but like
Yeah.
the fact that they have themes behind it is really.
And everyone abides to the themes.
Yeah.
That's what I rate.
Serious,
Like I was
serious.
looking at the pictures and everyone's wearing green and black, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
nuts.
serious.
Because as I was saying it to Meech at the last on the black and yellow party, it's because they set that standard and that they don't accept nothing below it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
So
You have
again,
to set
people
the
buy
bar
into that.
from early.
From early. That's it,
Serious.
From early, man.
Serious, and
Shout out
everyone
them,
follows.
man.
Hold tight them anyway, doing bits.
Should we get into Lost Boys?
Yeah, so Lost
What's that?
Boys.
Who? Who is in Lost Boys?
I feel like you created the brand, but
The people make it.
yeah, of course, it's a collective. It's not just one person. So if you want to give a sort of overview, who's in it, shout them out.
Alright, cool. So basically, Lost Boys is like split into 2. So there's Lost Boys channel, which is like the clothing and brand side and events, and then there's Lost Boys, which is the collective. So Lost Boys is Smash, myself, Fez, who's creative designer. Smash is a rapper. There's Dom, DJ, and a presenter. We've got JJ, who's a producer and a model. He's modeling for ASOS right now. And then there's Mig, he's photographer, and there's Solly, who's rapper as well. He's now in Lost Boys as well. So like, and Seb, he's like out London. He's part of the group, but like he's out London like affiliative, and like he knows exactly what he's doing. And shout out him, he knows what it is.
Is he an artist or is he?
He's a rapper. Like,
okay, sick.
his latest thing is with One Asen, which is hard. So check that out.
You did that at Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam and Solly. That was a banger as well for him out.
Lit.
Yeah.
Shout out Smash anyway, because he's in it over there. I can't see him.
Shout out Smash, you know what it is. Shout out my guy.
He's litty.
Yeah.
So that's the gang. So what is that? 7? 7? 8?
Yeah.
Okay, that's hard.
1 out of 8.
So what's your role in Lost Boys, and is it similar to your role with Unknown, or is it slightly different?
So like, I started up Lost Boys with Fez and Solly, and so Fez is like in charge of the music side, and then Solly's like rapping, but like he just wants to take a like creative direction role as well. But I normally just do like a lot of like the events, and like, to be honest, a lot of it is like we all come together. Like Dom does a lot of emails and like getting us bookings and all of that. He handles that part.
I saw he's in Poland, fam.
Yeah, so like Dom, shout out Chef D
Dom.
right now. He's in Poland doing a set. We're back out there April the 5th, by the way, so that can be hard.
Lit.
But yeah, he's like he gets all the bookings. I do like the clothing side and make sure all the clothing's patterned and get us like try and get us on like all the deals and all like the back kind of stuff that people don't normally take on. Yeah, still.
So with the clothing, I saw some sample pictures and stuff like that flying about earlier. Do you want to sort of drop any teasers, or is it? Can't really say much.
We've got. Actually, this week I got a sample for our the next drop. It's a hoodie still, but I'm not gonna say too much. But there's it for all my weed smokers out there. Got you.
You're never gonna be left in the lurch.
Got you. I got you. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Like we're making sure that everyone's like it's gonna be proper. Yeah. Everyone, it's gonna be proper, and I don't want to release it until it's like to the quality, like to the standard. Like,
I think that's the best mentality to have.
Yeah.
With anything that you do creatively, because you can rush stuff, and it's just not right, and then it just looks bad on you, doesn't it?
100%. Even more so with a physical product as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's a song or something, there's a bit more room for error, but when it's an item that someone wants to buy, like you say,
exactly,
you know,
it's a physical thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I want it to be so like once you buy that garm like that, like I don't want people to be reselling it. If you know what I mean, I want you to take pride in that garm and like actually want that garm. Do you get me? Like be proud that it's yours. Like you don't want to sell it. Like
hold a
priceless
sentimental
kind of. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's we're gonna get there. I feel.
What do you think to the whole reselling thing? Like.
No, shout out to my guys making peas. First of all, personally, I've resold before. I'm not gonna lie in it. Do you get me? So, it's I think people only resell because they don't want the garm anymore. Like the only reason I sold my stuff was because like it's either corny or like I just don't like it no more. So like. I think if you're reselling that brand isn't really like that strong to you, then if you
yeah.
That's what I think, innit?
And that's a little bit different to, you know, you've bought it and you've bought into the brand and then you've
just
thought,
to
okay,
flip
it's
it
not
rapid.
for me, but and then when you've bought, right, I'm gonna get these Jordans and I'm gonna sell them for $250 when I bought them for a bill. Like when you're going into it with that mindset, I think that's different to if you've tried to buy into them and then it's not for you. Like. But there's a fine line, I suppose.
Man is still trying to make peas out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta eat.
I'm not gonna complain. Like it's a lot of money still. So
might take you up. I'm unemployed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Prince's Trust loan. Chaos of Supreme and that.
Imagine if you went to Prince's Trust. What do you want the money for? I'm gonna become a reseller.
Yeah, facts, man.
As long as you got the numbers right.
Shout out to the guys doing that still.
Serious.
I think one thing from, you know, what you said in terms of yourself and Lost Boys, it seems like you do have like a vision and a direction. So I suppose that's the next thing that we want to know really is what is the vision and where do you see yourself in the coming years?
Personally, in a few years, I want I want there to be. I don't want Lost Boys to just be music and fashion. Like Lost Boys will be part of your daily life. That's how I see it. Kind of like how Nigo did Bape. Like he tried to make that into like when he was making his teas and everything, giving them out and still selling them. Like he knew exactly what he was doing in it. So like even though I'm gonna be giving people I'm gonna be giving out a load of teas. Like you could see a Lost Boys vape or like you see something like. So anything anything you think of, like it can be Lost Boys. Do you get me? It's just something all together, like trying to like make sure everything's. I don't know how to explain it. I everything. There's no boundaries to any of it.
Yeah,
That's how we see it. Like Lost Boys can be on Netflix. Lost Boys could be on a YouTube series. It could be on Spotify doing albums. It could be like, do you get what I mean? It's a lot. It could literally be everywhere.
The brand transcends like items, individual
Yeah.
items. It's the name, and then, like you say, the name holds its weight as opposed to just a Lost Boys T-shirt or a Lost Boys hoodie. It's the name that carries the weight.
Like I want people to be out there and be like, yeah, I'm a Lost Boy. Do you get me? And they know they're not official, but they're part of the team. Do you get me? Like because they're a Lost Boys. Do you get me?
They understand.
Yeah, I want it to be a family. That's the main aim.
Sick. Yeah, so one thing that I wanted to ask as well, like, where did the name come from?
Lost Boys.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out my guy Eddz, who runs Basement Studio.
I'm just laughing because I can hear Smash over there singing.
Caught some harmonies there.
He's practicing for studio later.
Yeah, facts. Shout out my guy Eddz. He came up. He's the original Lost Boy. He came up with the name. It's like we didn't really know where we were at the, like we basically what we did, we came to Maps Top. You'll hear a lot about Maps Top soon in it, like, but Maps Top is like where we used to go and chill and just jam with people and like that would be our spot in it. So we went and there was a point in our lives where everyone was feeling low and we were just like, yo, feeling like proper lost right now, like these are some Lost Boys right now. And there was a stage where we were gonna rename 015 Mob into Lost Boys as well. So like it's been there from way back, like from early, but like this, like we wanted to actually put it into motion and like we wanted to make sure that it had something behind it before we released it, if you know what I mean. So
Sick.
I think people will know what Lost Boys will mean soon.
Lit.
Have you seen the film?
It's
kind of old.
It's
got Kevin Bacon
Santa
in it.
Carla.
It's got the motorbikes.
Yeah.
Missed me with that one. I ain't seen that.
Lost
Still. Is it
Boys.
lit?
Vampires and that, innit?
Okay, I'll get into that.
Bad boy vampires on motorbikes. It's pretty mad 80s shit.
It's mad still.
It's wavy though. It's a funny
it's
film.
hard still.
Lit. So anything that you want to sort of, other than the obviously clothing side, that you want to kind of promote?
Facts. Okay, so we've got the next Unknown collection dropping soon. Smash has his EP dropping very, very, very soon, and so Smash featuring with Pre-Cairo. Sorry, that EP's. He's got a lot of stuff coming. With Lost Boys, we've got Garms coming. Hopefully, a Lost Boys hometown show. That's what we're trying to work for.
Yes.
We're trying to make sure that's again perfect to the down to the T.
Has to be, of course.
So, and then 411, we're working with them. There's gonna be Defo sat in there with them. We've been working on that for like a year now, so that's gonna be nuts. And then so Lost Boys out in Paris again in June and Milan. You know what it is. And then obviously we got our upcoming shows in Manchester, April the 4th. We got Poland just added, literally, Dom called me yesterday, so that's April the 5th. Sick. And then we got Leeds March 29th, so everyone watch out for that.
Active. Very active.
Busy. Active. If you can catch all of that, but
My bad on the...
silent.
Not on silent. Before. I'm sorry.
And you lied.
I didn't admit.
You let the guy at the cinema. Yeah, I'm just trigger happy. I'm in the cinema.
I took my laptop last time in the cinema, bro. Laptop in the cinema. Football manager. Right, so this is an interesting bit of the episode. We've got some questions people have sent in.
Cheers.
Let's have a look what we've got here. Okay. We've got a question here. We won't say
That's
you
a
sent in.
statement.
Nah, not that one. This one here. It says, drop a freestyle.
A freestyle.
That's a statement, yeah.
I'm gonna have to get my ghostwriter in here right now.
Okay.
Headline.
Let's cover your mouth.
I'm the sickest MC in the world, you know.
Serious.
All I hear is Eddz. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, say nothing.
Ad-libs. Ad-libs.
Yeah. You lot can drop a freestyle. I'll drop some ad libs if you want.
We'll work on it after. We'll get
Give
the
him a proper
mic
tune,
set.
yeah,
We'll get
Say
a
no
track.
more.
Yeah,
Watch out for that.
Serious.
Facts.
Custard or jam donuts, which is funny because you did actually pull up with donuts, and outside he said he's gonna eat everything in there in 2 to 3 minutes. He said.
I did
think
say that, but
we can do it after
I've
if
had
you
a
want?
couple. I've had a couple cherries and I've had a Maggie, but I can do it now if you want.
Nah.
No, it's up to you, bro.
That don't sound like a good combination to be swilling around in the belly there. Like another time, another place. You know.
Yeah, another time. But
yeah, custard or jam.
jam all day.
Jam, yeah.
I can't have cold custard.
Strawberry or raspberry jam.
Oh,
Does that make a difference?
yeah, it does a lot.
Makes a difference.
A lot.
Yeah.
I'd say strawberry, just because that's the most common one that you normally get.
Yeah.
But raspberry can be a delicacy sometimes. I think.
Hear
If you
that?
find raspberry
An
jam,
occasional treat.
Yeah,
Occasional treat.
definitely.
No wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all, my friend. Okay, another thing here. What artist do you think is next to blow?
I'm being biased right now, but Smash.
Smash, come on. Where's he at?
I can't
There,
lie.
he's
I can't
smiling
lie.
up.
He's smiling up.
Yeah, that's my guy. No, really, he like his thing's about to pop off still.
Lit.
I need everyone to watch out for that still.
Lit.
Facts.
Sick. Last one. What's your favourite brand?
You know what? I was thinking this the other day. I was thinking like, yo, I don't have one brand that I just normally stick to, like except from Nike.
Yeah.
But if there would be, I'd probably say I really like Prada's new direction and like their new bags and stuff and their shoes. Like, yeah.
Prada goes ham, but see when we look at price tag and see blood, see
Layaway.
yeah, get that shit on layaway.
Yeah.
If you don't know about layaway, Google it. Or we could have just explained it to you now.
It's tick, innit? It's tick.
It's basically on tick.
APR.
APR rates
Get that
going
Prada
ham.
on
It's
PCP,
American,
man.
innit?
Do
American
not
thing,
lie.
innit? Yeah, it's American thing. So say if you want a pair of Jordans,
Yeah.
you get them on layaway and you basically putting like $20 in a week
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
can afford.
Yeah, whatever the agreement is.
Yeah. It's kind of like Littlewood's
It's
catalog
finance,
kind of
it's
thing. Yeah,
finance,
it's just
it's finance,
financing.
it's finance.
Yeah.
No, I feel
Americanized.
you, but like a pair of crepes on finance.
You ever watch Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah.
That's what he, in one of the episodes, what does he get? Like some trainers on layaway, innit?
Does he?
Yeah, I swear.
Fresh night.
That's where I first heard of that. But yeah, Prada's sick. Gotta get them bands up first.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I know, like.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like.
serious. So yeah, whoa. Shall we go on to this?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
I think we've covered it.
Yeah.
But covered, yeah.
Explain the.
This bit. So, greasy versus cheesy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna show you. It might be a video. It might be a picture or something like that. And you're gonna tell us whether you think it's greasy or cheesy, which is, a flop.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
Okay.
That's it.
So the first one, we don't necessarily need to show you a picture of this. We'll
Mm-hmm.
just explain it. But Apple have came out and said they're releasing AirPods 2. I think the difference is that they've got a bit more bass and they charge wirelessly.
Yeah.
Which isn't a great deal, but obviously, like, I see a lot of things on Twitter, like this whole AirPods versus like normal headphones. Like, so what do you think to AirPods? Like, are you
Greasy, yo.
Greasy, yeah?
Yo. Like, I can't lie, innit? Like, the fact, like, you don't have any wires on you and, like, yo, you can just press play on your phone and it doesn't, like, fall out. Like the especially not falling out part.
Yeah,
I think that just tops it off for me still.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I don't believe with the like if you don't have AirPods, your car that's just dead. But like, AirPods are a good investment.
What do you think?
I feel like I would just lose them like after the first day. Like,
Yeah.
I'd go home, I'd look in that nice little white box that you get, I'd open it, and only the left one would be in there. I'd be like, where's the right one? Is it at Ted's? Is it on the walk home? Where is it?
Yeah.
They need to do Find My AirPod. If
Yeah.
you do Find My AirPod, then it's a myth. Like,
Wow.
I'll buy them. You're lying.
They do Find My
You're
Air.
lying.
Like, they can be disabled, innit? My boy lost his in the club, innit? And he was tracking them all night, yeah.
And then the trail went cold.
The trail.
Vanished, man.
Fucking hell.
Well, let me
Find My AirPod.
let you into a secret. I lost my AirPods, innit?
Did you
And
do that?
I didn't know about no Find My. They're gone now, innit? I lost them in Leicester, and that's it.
Boy.
Done that. So-
Left in Leicester.
Yeah, but we got Ted in here, and like he's been waiting for AirPods for the longest time, and this week he's finally got them. So he's been smiling for 4 days straight, and he's happy.
Bear selfies.
Innit? Bare selfies, AirPods like diamond earrings and shit, like VVS.
What's it now?
Innit? Innit? Shit. Okay, so the next one I think we got a picture for.
This one? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the night shocks. Taking it back, this reminds me of like school days. Let's get them up. You've probably seen them.
This
already.
is so mad. I was on size. I was
What, checking them
literally gonna cut. Yeah, greasy.
There we go.
Greasy.
yeah.
I was literally gonna cut. Like, I was searching for the red ones this morning.
out? Lit. So how do you feel about
That's
them
nuts.
coming back? Like obviously you're gas, but
Like, that's the exact reason why I went straight to the car. I remember them from back in the day, and I was like, yo, I always wanted a pair of them car. I was always an Air Force shoe or Adidas. What's it called? Original thing.
yeah.
And boy, I wanted some shocks in it. And once they went out, they were out. You needed to get them from America and all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
I
ready
remember
for
the
them
pair
still.
that- I had a pair of the ones with the 4 at the back,
Yeah.
and they like zipped up at the front. The
What?
zip on the front. Yeah, I remember
What,
in
zip on the
St.
front?
Peter's.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah,
think
yeah, I
about
remember
man
that,
said they
mate.
got zips on. Yo, that's greasy.
Forward thinking from 2000 and not even 2000, before the Queen's Jubilee, innit?
All too greasy.
What do you think has made them think we'll bring them back? Like what
Because
trend
all
has
of
set
the
off?
other, all of the other trainers that they've previously released have come out and
It's Nike's
bang
model.
really, aren't they?
You know, that's their business model.
Mm.
They just re-release crepes. Like
Yeah, I hear that.
Like they'll release like a new range here and there, but like their main, like their best sellers are the ones which are re-released. So, but no, I rated that they're back still. They're like one of the only crepes I wanted back.
Are you still trying to cop?
Yeah,
Say less.
no resell on them.
Yeah, no resale.
They're staying.
staying.
They're
Serious.
Staying.
They're
They're
to
with
keep.
me.
Shocks are for life, not just for
Facts.
resale.
Speaking of footwear, but this is a bit different. Like,
Do you play footy?
do you play football?
Yeah.
You good?
I don't know. That's debatable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
On your day, on your day.
On my day.
When he's on form, when he's
On
on
my
a
day.
Lucas before.
Lucas. You always sound like a bit of an idiot though if you kind of like big yourself up.
Yeah, I'm fucking mid.
No, do you know
I'm
what it is?
sick.
I score goals for fun, mate.
I don't know
That's
whether
you.
I don't know whether this is good or bad, but I've always like been like called a Sean Wright Phillips, like a literally a lookalike, and like I play
Player
exactly
like.
like him.
Play
Like,
like, yo, he's alright, man. Back in the
That's
day,
not
he had
that bad.
pace to burn.
Yeah, he's sick.
Pace to burn.
yeah, and he used to score some bangers, bro.
Yeah, serious.
So like if they're saying that, then I'm taking it.
He played for Chelsea and Man City, did he not? Did he play
Who,
for
Shawnee?
both? Played for both,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
he?
No,
You know what I mean?
no, Chelsea. Did he? I think he did.
He
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
he?
he did. He
Yeah,
did.
I'll take
Two
it.
alright teams to play
And
for.
England.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Innit? Are you a Chelsea fan?
Nah, Arsenal.
Yeah, come on.
Arsenal.
We're all Arsenal
Come
fans.
on.
It's
Alright,
lit.
Gunners.
They're a bipolar football team, though, isn't it?
Yeah, for real.
Mhm.
I'm part time.
Yeah, yeah, same.
I was part time. I've been part time for like 2 years
Yeah,
now.
trust me. Trust me. We're going a bit off topic here. So why we asked this is because, like you say, the re-releasing, Nike have re-released the Total 90 lasers, and
They're beautiful. They're a work of art, in my
you
opinion.
might remember them past the
Pass that
image
down.
over. Yeah,
Oh yeah. I think I saw this on Twitter this week. Still, this is hard.
they had like the
The skeleton bit underneath's hard.
see that?
On the sole.
Yeah,
accuracy thing on the front.
that's hard.
Sweet spot.
Sweet.
That's
Hit it
hard.
there and it's top bins, mate. Yeah.
Serious. So what do you reckon, greasy or cheesy?
You want the truth though?
Yeah,
I was
come on.
Adidas Predator guy.
Serious?
Okay.
Like, if I'm being real, so I'm gonna go with cheesy on that one. Cause they didn't really need to re-release that. I can't lie.
What's their model?
Yeah, I know, but as I said, they don't really need to re-release everything.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
get me?
yeah,
Like, it's. I don't know, man.
Is that your kind of thing? Like them Predators?
Those are the exact ones I had, bro. Like,
Yeah.
exact
That
ones.
colour?
Yeah.
The champagne gold ones. Can you remember them?
Yeah, the Champers things.
They were legendary.
Yeah, yeah. Beckham, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beckham.
Bend it like Beckham.
Serious.
No, it was serious though. I was a Adidas guy when I was a youth still. I can't lie. Now a Nike guy, but
I like your honesty though, because some people could just say, yeah,
Yeah, they're dead good. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them. Yeah.
yeah.
nah, man.
Why lie?
Why lie?
Why lie?
Why lie for?
Why lie?
I just literally thought of one off the top of my head for this.
Freestyle, Greasy versus
Freestyle,
Cheesy
yeah.
Cheese.
So Adam 22, he's been stuck up, well, like twice now. So you know Adam 22, right? He
Yeah.
does a podcast
Yeah.
and multiple other things, but on his set, someone tried to basically run in there with a strap and basically put it to him.
Mm.
I don't know how they got through security and that, but basically it was live on stream.
Yeah.
Like if you hit play, you'll see. But ever since this has happened, he's like been on TMZ. He's done a couple of different big interviews, and personally, I can't help but think it's for like promotion. Have you seen it before?
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of things.
I
like
heard
that,
about it, but like
nothing major.
like them American dons, like sometimes it's real fishy. Car, I always see like they do it like for promo, and like a lot of the stuff they do is all for clout and stuff, innit? Like greasy or cheesy.
Because obviously, if
Cheesy.
it didn't happen, like if it did happen, then fair enough. But if not, he's probably got like.
I can't. I think it's cheesy still. I think he's probably set up.
Either way,
I
though.
can't, like,
Either way, if it's set up, it's 100% cheesy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if it
yeah.
hasn't, like it's like why
Promote it
why
hard,
are you
like,
promoting it? You got beat up.
Yeah.
And just like I understand it's happened to you, so
to get
fair
the
play
bag,
if you want to talk
to get
about
the
it. But,
piece.
yeah, but me personally, like I'm not going to be openly talking about if I got jumped and whatever. I'd hope that never happened because I'm a nice lad. But like you know, if it did,
I might just
I'm not
stay.
going to be on the podcast like you never guess what. Do you know what I mean?
I might just stage it and see how you react. We'll see.
I thought you bad here.
That was alright.
So we got a couple of cheesies in there, a couple of greasies.
Nice
Season.
mixed bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick and mix, yeah.
Lit. But yep, Eddz, it's been eventful.
Gang,
But we got you in here.
thank you.
We did the thing. Thank you for coming. But before you go, obviously we're going to present you with the gift.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But
So yeah,
You got that?
yeah, I got it. So obviously you're a lost boy, you know.
Yeah.
And again, we've said we're happy that you managed to find your way here.
Yeah, we're sorry for the
Um,
complications.
Yeah, obviously, it's come
Apologies.
before, but we overcome that. So we thought you're a lost boy. We need to make sure you get where you need to go. And I think as things progress later down the line after this podcast, it will probably make more sense.
Yeah.
So we've got you. We've got you a keyring compass. Okay. North, south, east, west. I hope you know how to use one of these. We was gonna get you a map as well, but couldn't find one.
Nah,
It's going
So,
straight on my
Forget about
trousers,
Google
bro.
Maps. You don't
Run
need that, mate.
Run that.
Check where the sun is. North, south, east, west,
Oh
right back
gosh,
to
you got
Notts.
this again.
You'll find your way onto the A52 soon.
Nah, respect for that, man.
Yes,
This is nuts. Thank you. Camping World Series, you know what it is.
serious.
And
What's that? I can't. What's that? You got to plug them from.
I was thinking you might get bored.
Okay.
We do sometimes. We do.
yeah.
I don't really have a lot of justification as much as you do for my present. So
Okay.
A gift's a gift, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll take anything.
So this is for you.
Oh, an
Oh,
activity
fucking
form.
hell,
And
this
it
is
comes
it.
with wax crayon.
And a book. Is that
Farm
a mini
sticker.
book? Sticker book as well.
Like a farmer.
And obviously
ER.
Derby, do you know what I mean? So like
Yeah, Farmer Gang.
Yeah,
Or Tag
Farmer
K-Born. Gucci Farmer. The EP coming soon.
But
Yeah, that's lit.
it's amazing. Chefing
man.
up.
So wait, who gets to take this home? Because we might end up.
So what I was
think it's a
thinking, like
studio.
you could do it as a like activity together.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
studio maybe.
Yeah.
Ted can chip in as well if you
We
want.
can just
Ted's a
leave
good colour, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've always said that. He's always said he's
We can just leave it here and
And then they're just like, "Toop."
that looks like me and you. That's Wiz and that's me. But yeah, very lit.
This is
Thank you,
harsh,
brother.
man.
It's been a pleasure.
So yeah, local
Live.
geezers, Lost Boy Eddz,
No
gang
it
gang.
is. Oh boy.
Shut down.
Gang. Thank you.
Geezer gang.